CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, Ryan Flournoy, Jonathan Mingo, Jalen Brooks. That's the wide receivers currently under contract for the Cowboys going into 2025 free agency. Brandon Cooks is a free agent, Kevontae Turpin is a free agent, and I do expect Turpin to be back in 2025, but even then, I think he'll still be more of a return specialist than a factor in the passing game. As for Brandon Cooks, I can't see a world where Dallas brings him back. So those 5 guys are under contract. And if you take all of these guys' stats, Tolbert, Flournoy, Mingo, and Brooks, all of their career yards combined are about 6 times less than what CeeDee Lamb has for his career. Lamb has over 6,300 career yards. All of those other guys combined for about 1,000 yards, maybe a little bit more. And I say all of that to say the Cowboys need a wide receiver. This room needs some juice. So for today's video, we're going to talk about a first-round wide receiver in Luther Burden III, someone that definitely is on the Cowboys' radar at number 12. This is a star-studded prospect video, so let's get into it. A quick career breakdown on Burden. He played all 3 years of his college ball at Missouri. In 2022, he appeared in 13 games, starting 10 of those, where he caught 44 passes for 371 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also returned punts. He had a punt return touchdown. He added some things on the ground, but where Burden would really start to show out was in 2023, where he had 86 catches for 1,212 yards, 9 touchdowns, with another 7 carries and 31 yards on the ground. That earned him first-team All-SEC honors and recognition as a second-team All-American. And the Luther Burden conversation about where he would go in the NFL draft started after 2023. That is what put him on the map for people that are interested in the draft. And going into the 2024 college season, Burden was easily at the top of the list for wide receivers. He was the top guy. Maybe there was some other names. Emeka Egbuka was kind of thrown in there, but it wasn't like Burden. This guy's going to be a top 10 pick. That's what people thought going into 2024. But the production just wasn't what it was in 2023. He caught 61 passes for 676 yards and 6 touchdowns over his 12 games, adding another 115 on the ground with 2 touchdowns. So it wasn't bad. It's not like his production was awful. It was just cut in half. And when I was watching film, it makes a ton of sense why his yards and catches went down so much. The quarterback play was brutal. It was hard to watch. So Burden declared for the 2025 draft, finishing his college career with 192 catches for 2,263 yards and 21 touchdowns. Plenty of production for a guy that you're considering a first-round wide receiver. Add in the fact in 2024, he only had a 4.7% drop rate, and he was first in the country in missed tackles forced. And when you hear people talk about Burden, like I'm sure you have, I'm sure a lot of Cowboys creators have talked about him. You've heard the name, you're aware of who he is. That's going to be the first thing that pops up. How good he is after the catch. It seems like he never goes down on first contact. The first defender that gets there never brings him down. And it's because of his excellent agility. He's got incredible one-cut ability to make people miss. And he can really create his own plays. He can create his own yardage. Get him the ball on a swing pass. Get him something on a wide receiver screen. Get him on a little drag route. If he catches the ball, he's going to make the first guy miss, and then he can pick up another 8 to 10 yards. And that's what Mizzou did. They threw in the ball close to the line of scrimmage, a lot of manufactured stuff, and said, make guys miss. That's why Burden ranked 400th in the country in average depth of target in 2024. They knew the quarterback couldn't get him the ball over the intermediate and deep parts of the field, so they just threw it underneath and said, get the ball in his hands. So I think that's going to be a knock on him throughout this process. It's something that I wrote down in my notes while watching his film, is he wasn't used as much as a downfield threat. We didn't get to see his intermediate and vertical game really get to showcase, especially in 2024. We definitely saw it more in 2023, but we just didn't get to see him run certain routes. But when you watch him, when he does get to run routes, even if he's running them for the love of the game because the quarterback's not going to throw it to him, he does have excellent body control, whether he's in the air making a catch or he's just running downfield. He can make quick cuts. He's not super technically refined, but the explosiveness in his route running is the same as him catching the ball and turning upfield. He's got explosiveness. And when he was given the opportunity to make plays downfield, he did. Really quick, guys, before we continue, I have to tell you about today's sponsor, BetUS. I know that the NFL season is over, but that doesn't mean the action stops. Whether it's the NBA, college hoops, UFC, or even NFL futures for the 2025 season, BetUS has you covered. They have been America's favorite sportsbook for over 30 years, and right now they're giving you a massive bonus when you sign up. 150% deposit match on your first and 125% match on your next two. That will allow you to bet on playoff basketball, fight nights that are coming up, March Madness, or even early Super Bowl odds for next season. I mean, there's always something to cash in on. You think the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East next year, which is totally a possibility? You can lock that in now. So head over to BetUS, claim your 150% and your 125% deposit bonus, and get started today. I wanted to say thank you to BetUS for not only helping me, but allowing people to not just sit and wait for next season, but to stay in the game. BetUS, where the game begins. That body control, that explosiveness, the tracking, the contested catchability, it did show up. And all of that is why he's going to likely be a top 12, top 15 pick. So for the Cowboys, they love players that have versatility like Burden does. He's capable as both an inside receiver, an outside receiver, and he can really even excel as a gadget guy. You can use him on end arounds, tunnel screens, swing passes, whatever you need to do, just get him the ball and let him work. He's going to pick up 5 to 7 yards seemingly every time. So I don't think the NFL is really going to hold it against him like the media might, like myself. I'm not really sure that's as much of a concern, especially when you consider that his breakout age is right there for top wide receivers. And Luther Burden hits all the metrics for breakout age, college dominator rating, and then his college target share as well. He hits the metric for everything that you want from a first round wide receiver, and he's gonna be. And my main knocks against him were the fact that the production took a dip. He's not a super technical, refined route runner, and a lot of his stuff was manufactured close to the line of scrimmage. But the skill set alone, how dynamic he is, how you can use him as a chess piece in an offense, it makes me excited about what he's going to be at the NFL level. And for the Cowboys, we talked about it to start this video. They need playmakers. They need guys that can help Dak Prescott, where he throws a 3-yard drag and the guy takes it for 25, 30, 50, 75 yards. You can't just have CeeDee Lamb out there with 6,300 yards and then you're relying on a guy in Jalen Tolbert that's been in the league for years now and just really hasn't found his footing. You see what the Eagles do with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They have weapons. Consider the versatility of a guy like Burden, how you can use him as a chess piece along with CeeDee Lamb, and he's just a unique asset for any creative offensive scheme. So, what do you think about Luther Burden? Would you take him in the first round? Leave your comments down below. Is there another receiver that you want me to talk about? I know we've talked about a couple. I'm expecting to do a video on Matthew Golden. That should be coming out here very soon. But if Burden falls to 12, I would have no problems with the Cowboys taking him. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.